Hello, everybody, and welcome to the top 5 new comics for February 23rd and 24th of 2021. As always, Chris, and let's talk about some cool books this week. Let's start my list with Crossover, number 4, written by Donny Cates with art by Art-Geoff Shaw. If you're not reading Crossover, I think this is a must-read for any comic fan right now. It's one of those stories that it's weird. It feels so obvious, but it's not really been done. And it's a beautiful book, well written. And the big reveal of issue 3 of who was kind of behind the scenes of everything was just phenomenal. It brought joy to me as a fan of that character and just a fan of comics. And the fact that Donny's been able to bring some of his own characters, find characters from other creators he could bring in, it kind of opened the floodgates of like who's next. And I'm just loving this series. I think it's a must read right now, and it really does feel like Donny's kind of big opus right now. I can't imagine, unless he really fumbles this, it not being one of my top books of the year. I'm just loving it. After that, I've got Nuclear Family, number 1. This is from Aftershock Comics and is written by Stephanie Phillips with art by Tony Shasteen. It's based on a short story called Breakfast at Twilight. And the whole book is a 1950s story. So, everything's based in the 50s. But a nuclear holocaust happened, and now we're kind of thrust into this post-apocalyptic world with a 50s aesthetic, with a war with Russia, and it hits a lot of historical bells that interest me. And then you add in the fact that Stephanie Phillips is writing it. She's just a fantastic writer. She knows her history, so she always hits those stories inside of historical moments really well. And just everything she's been doing Aftershock has been awesome. I am loving Red Atlantis. I love the stuff she's doing at DC now. I think she's going to be a breakout writer. I can't see any way that she doesn't end up breaking out in the next 2 to 3 years. Get on the Stephanie Phillips bandwagon. After that, I've got X-Men number 18. This is written by Jonathan Hickman with art by Art-Mahmud Asrar. It's X-Men. What else can I say? It's John Hickman's X-Men. It's been awesome. I talked about issue 17 on this very show and how much I was looking forward to it, and it just continues. I think that Hickman has really brought a reinvigoration to X-Men that hasn't been seen since probably Chris Claremont. I don't really know what else to say there. You gotta be reading X-Men. It's fantastic. After that, I've got Future State, Superman versus Imperious Lex. This is written by Mark Russell. And first issue of this, just fantastic. Not only the idea of Lex having his own world and being this weird dictator, it makes complete sense, just 100% sense, but then Superman kind of defending it and him understanding that the United Planets need to help him in some way, because it's not about Lex, the dictator, the bad guy. It's about the people. And even though they're brainwashed and they think that Lex is this great person, they don't know what's really going on. And Superman being Superman and saying, listen, yeah, Lex is a bad guy. He's doing bad things. But these people don't need to suffer more because of his bad decisions. And it's a very deep story of, do we punish the dictator and the people, or do we help the dictator to help the people? Very deep, very Mark Russell story. Love that first issue. Looking forward to the second one. And we're going to stick with Superman here with Future State Superman House of L number 1. This is written by Philip Kennedy Johnson with art by Scott Golewski. I'll start with Philip Kennedy Johnson, another guy who I think is going to be a breakout star in the next 5 years. I love his work. It might even be sooner than that because him being on Superman is going to be huge for him. And I think it's going to bring him to the spotlight so that so many people will be able to see who Philip Kennedy Johnson is and what he's capable of. This one here is more of his Superman stuff. I'm really loving his War of Worlds book, and this kind of focuses around the family atmosphere of Superman. So I like that he gets a solo Superman book, and here he gets to deal with the greater implications of Superman, the family around Superman, the people he surrounds himself with, which I feel is just as important to Superman's story as Superman himself. So yeah, that's what I got this week. Thanks all so much. Remember to hit that like button down below. Comment, let me know what you're looking forward to this week. And to subscribe if you want to keep getting our videos here. And to check out the podcasts, Fortress Comic News, Bat Friends, and everything else we're doing here at Fortress Comics. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you here next week.